Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Toka ni kamsumarimasu. Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite. Sumeni oya kamu izana gino mikoto. Tsukushi no imuka no tachi hana no. Odo no ahagi hara ni misogi hara itamo toki ni narimaseru. Araido no okami tachi moro moro no magagoto tsumikegare o. Arai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sugoto no yoshio. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomoni. Ame no fuchi koma no mimi uritatete kikoshi neseto kashikomi mo maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kun nagara tamachi haemase. Kun nagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life,
in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us, radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Good and evil. Those who see clearly, identifying right as right and wrong as wrong, have genuine vision. Fortunate are the ones who know that even if some succeed in fooling others, they can never hide the truth from God's eyes. Foolish are the ones who sow the seeds of evil, not realizing the suffering they will inevitably reap. Even though a person may commit a wicked deed and completely succeed in deceiving others, one cannot deceive oneself. More importantly, since each human being is connected to God by a spiritual cord, anything we do is known to God and is indelible recorded in the spiritual world. Thus, it can truly be said that no crime goes unnoticed.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters. When I was 17 years old, I was part of the youth group in my Johrei Center, Santo Amaro Johrei Center in São Paulo. And the youth leader invited me and a few other youth to give classes to missionaries. So this youth leader talked to the minister. He felt it would be a good form of training. And I remember a girl, part of the youth group, she was the first one who gave this class to the missionaries. And that she took very seriously, she prepared herself very hard so she raised the bar. So all the rest of us, we felt, wow, she did a great job, so we have to do our best. And the theme for my class was good and evil. So I remember the kind of preparation I had to make. But what amazes me now, as I recall these experiences, is the investment that the ministers, that the Johrei movement had done on a young person like myself, because the missionaries that I was giving classes to, they were married individuals, they were professionals, they had degrees and whatnot, and they were patiently listening to whatever my study was about that particular teaching of Meishu-sama on good and evil. And this continued throughout my Johrei life. When I was in Japan, my Japanese was very limited. And still, upon visiting a Johrei center, the center head, the minister, asked me, okay, I want you to share your faith experience, your life experience with Johrei, with these members here. So they were all Japanese senior members of that center, were about 25 when I was sharing my words. I don't know exactly what I shared, and they were all patiently listening to whatever I had to say. So I'm very appreciative of all these members when I was 17, when I was then 25, or when I was in Japan, that they were part of my training, because they allowed me to build this, not skills, I should say, but to build my faith, to build my commitment. They were a great part of that. Today, I would like to share a faith experience that was shared today in Brazil. His name is Wilson Oliveira. He's from Brasilia. In January 2019, I received a visit from a friend who came to my house to give me a gift. Although it was my birthday, I found myself very sad and depressed due to some personal issues. In addition, I was undergoing a financial purification. Realizing my condition, he invited me to visit the Johrei Center. Initially, I was a little reluctant, but out of consideration, I accepted his invitation. At the center, I received my first Johrei. It was attended by the minister who instructed me to strive to receive Johrei daily. I started going frequently to the Johrei Center, and over time, I realized that something was changing in me. I was quite motivated in observing the posture and joy of the Johrei members. After a few weeks coming back from the center, for no apparent reason, I was invaded by a very negative feeling, and I even thought about taking my life. I went into despair, stopped where I was, and looked at the sky. At that moment, I intensely experienced the presence and protection of God as I had never experienced it before. It was a great relief, and I made the decision to be helpful in saving people through the channeling of Johrei. I took then the membership course and received the sacred focal point of Hikari in March of 2019. I started to dedicate and intensify the Johrei channeling and served at the center's reception. Since then, a lot has changed in me. I became a more peaceful person, less confrontational because I had a very explosive temper and fought for any reason. Anguish and sadness dissipated, and I started to live in a much more harmonious way with others, especially in my workplace. I live with a sister, and I'm fortunate to be able to channel Johrei to her every day. I learned the meaning of the gratitude donation and started doing this practice. As a result, my financial situation has improved, and I'm able to balance accounts, which was not the case previously. At the end of last year, I was at a bus stop when I realized that a lady was not feeling well. Following the example of my friend, who extended his hand to me when he realized my sadness, I offered Johrei to her, and she readily accepted. At the end, I handed her a pamphlet and said that she could receive that prayer at the address indicated, and we went our separate ways. To my surprise, a few days later, that lady came to the Johrei Center with her son and said that that very night she had slept soundly, a fact that had not happened for many, many years. Because she professed another faith, she does not attend the Johrei Center. But we keep in touch, and whenever I can, I send her materials from our church, and she says she likes it a lot. I was happy, moved, and made the decision to strive to become a better person, establishing paradise in my own heart and around me. I thank God for the permission to be part of His work, following Meishu-sama's teachings and his steps towards the realization of paradise on earth. Thank you very much. Very good experience. I want to wish you a very blessed day. Thank you for listening to these words. Thank you very much.
This brings to a conclusion of our morning service. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a blessed day.